Welcome to the Truth Radio. This is Crazy Eddie speaking. Date is March 28th, 2022. The topic today is, would Will Smith have slapped Dave Chappelle? I think it's a valid question considering, Will Smith, I don't think would have slapped Dave Chappelle the way he slapped Chris Rock. I think he slapped Chris Rock because Chris Rock was a lot shorter than him, maybe 4 inches or so. I don't know. And I don't know. Yeah, I guess he saw like he can just take advantage of Chris and just slap him. So we have Alfie coming in, and Mr. Lexima might make an appearance, but don't hold your breath on that. So I've been seeing a lot of memes today about Chris Rock. A lot of them are funny. There is an apology from Chris Rock. I noticed that he released today, so we'll be reading that later. But for now, it's a shocking thing that we're back. We're live. Yes, Alfie, welcome to the show, Alfie. Alfie, are you there? All right, Alfie, maybe I got to make you, hang on. Let me invite you as a co-host, Alfie. It's our first time using Twitter's new space feature, which I like pretty much. And I think we'll be using this more often. Alfie, are you there? Okay, I think he's still trying to figure out. There he goes. All right, I just invited you to speak, Alfie. So whenever you're ready, Alfie RB is with us, and we're going to kind of chop it up here and discuss what happened and the reactions we've been getting all day. I know it's kind of old news, but we're going to put our own spin on it. But I got to tell you, if you're out there looking at clips, the memes are very funny, very funny. And where do we go from here with Will Smith and Chris Rock?
Hey, can you hear me?
You are on and live, Alfie. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Eddie. Glad to be here.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. So I've been looking at some memes on here. We got some funny memes going around with Chris Rock and Will Smith, particularly the famous Batman Robin meme, the slap meme.
Yeah, quite a few out there.
Quite a few of those. So
it's been interesting. A lot transpired. A lot of people putting in their, varying views, whether it's a hoax, whether it's staged, whether it's real. So I would like to start off, if you don't mind, by just stating some facts that Chris Rock has an excellent slap recovery. I will. I mean, I have never seen he took that hit and within seconds, not even seconds, within a second he recovered and threw a joke.
Now I agree with you. I mean, and he was laughing the whole time Will was walking up to him also,
Yeah.
And I don't know. I guess he didn't see it coming until, the hand was raised.
And I think that's why people are kind of, wondering if it was staged. But I'm taking it from the view of Chris Rock. This has been his career. This is what he does. If you're sitting in the front row at a show he's doing, he's going to rag on you, and it's like you come to expect it. And especially with Will and Jada, I mean, they've been in the public eye for at least a couple of decades now. So, I mean, they should come to expect it. And that's kind of what, when I look at it and see how Will reacted, it's just kind of like, yeah, I mean, you're defending your wife, you're defending your family, yes, but that could have been done after. It could have been done in private during a commercial break. You could have sat there with the serious face, let Chris know, I didn't like that, and then take it offline. I just...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The other thing is, I don't know. I mean, would he have slapped Dave Chappelle like that if Dave Chappelle made a joke? What do you think the chances are of him slapping Dave Chappelle?
I think the chances are slim to none because he knew Will Smith is a relatively has a relatively high stature. He's a relatively big dude in Hollywood. I mean physically, And he has some weight and some mass on Chris Rock, so he felt like Chris Rock ain't gonna come back at him. He doesn't know about Dave Chappelle, in my opinion. He doesn't know if he could roll like that, and I don't think he would have personally. I don't think I think there's quite a few comedians out there, past and present, that he would not have raised his hand to like that. You know,
I mean, yeah, I mean, Chris Rock. I don't know how tall he is,
yeah,
5'9" or
about
what is he?
5'10". He's
5'9",
5'10".
5'8".
So,
He's
right,
5'10". So Will Smith is about 6'2".
something like that. Yeah,
So, but Will Smith's a solid 200. Chris Rock looks like he's maybe 165. I don't
exactly.
know,
Right.
but they must have some type of relationship to where they must have some type of relationship for Will to just walk up and do that, because I just couldn't imagine Will doing that to Dave Chappelle or
Or
maybe a Kevin Hart. I mean, I think he would have slapped Kevin Hart.
yeah, I think what it is too is like you said. I mean, remember he's known Chris Rock since the '90s. Do you recall that Chris Rock dressed up as a woman in Fresh Prince, one of the episodes?
Uh,
I,
I think I saw a meme
yeah,
about
yeah.
that.
So
Man,
so I mean
it's been a
he's
while.
he they I think like you said they probably have some relationship. They know each other. Maybe Chris knows Will knows, excuse me, what lines Chris wouldn't cross. What line
Yeah.
I could go at this. I mean, that's every dude, right? They would look and be like, when you're
Hmm.
sizing up your opponent, let's say, you're looking at him like, yeah, I could do this to him. He ain't gonna do nothing, you know, or I don't know if I could do this. And I think that's where Will was at. And honestly, I think he did it out there publicly to just kind of try to
Hmm.
put a message out there. And that's my opinion on it. And it's what a man would do, right? It's not really about Chris Rock. It's not really about the joke. I think Will saw an opportunity to try to present to the world that he's still a man, and I think he took it personally. So it's
You think he's got something to prove still?
yeah, I do. I mean, there's been a lot. I mean, Jada's put a lot of information out on that Red Table talk she does, and a
Yeah,
lot
I've
of it
seen a
hasn't
few of
been.
them. I've seen a few of them.
Yeah, and a lot of it
Yeah.
hasn't been flattering to Will, right? So I think Will's trying. He feels he has something to prove. You know, it could
What
be.
a damn shame.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that
I
whole
mean,
midlife crisis thing. A lot of men go through it. I personally, I think Will should pull a Dave Chappelle and just disappear for a while. Just like find
uh,
himself. Just I think he's at that point. He just needs to take a break from that whole Hollywood crowd. That media.
sabbatical.
Yeah, take a sabbatical, man. Discover
I
yourself.
don't know about that. I mean, where's he gonna go? He's busy. I mean, like
Well,
Dave Chappelle when
he
he
went to
when he
South
went to Africa,
Africa. Yeah,
he was chilling. He was
right.
chilling. And Will Smith,
That's what it
I don't think
is.
he needs to do that. I don't know about that.
It's
I mean,
yeah. Go ahead.
I don't think. I don't know. Everyone's like kind of questioning whether uh, Chris Rock knew about alopecia and the disease that Jada Pinkett Smith has, losing hair and things like that. So I think he has a formal apology here. Let me read this to you.
Okay.
His statement regarding last night's Academy Awards. As a comedian, it can be difficult to understand which lines are to be crossed and which ones aren't. Last night, I crossed a line that I shouldn't have and paid an enormous price of my reputation as a renowned comedian. Comedy is never about poking fun at or making light of people with major ordeals happening in their lives. Comedy is about using real life circumstances to create laughter and bring light to an otherwise dark world. With that said, I apologize. I sincerely apologize to my friends Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith and the rest of the Smith family for the disrespect and disregard I displayed, which was unfortunate broadcast for the world to see. I hope that with time, forgiveness can come to the situation. We can all be better, more considerate people in the end. Chris Rock. So he came out with that apology sometime today.
And he came out with his before Will Smith did his, because Will Smith did
Well, I
one
mean,
also. right?
Did he address him by name though this time?
Yeah, he did. Let me see if I could find it. I was actually reading it. Let me see.
Okay.
I did have it. Yeah, here you go. He called his own behavior unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my ex- Yeah, what did he say? Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I'm embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. And he said,
Mm.
he added, violence in all forms is poisonous and destructive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, where was this leak on Instagram? I can't find him on Twitter. I don't think he's on
Yeah,
Twitter.
I don't know where he posted this. I'm reading it on CNN, actually. They have
Yeah.
it on there.
One of your one of your favorite news channels.
Yeah, I love CNN, by the way. Yes, I do. I,
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
huge
You're in
CNN.
disguise, big time.
Being very sarcastic there on that. I mean, but
Yeah, I bet.
that's for another episode there. I am.
All right, just checking.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Last
Just
night, yeah,
checking.
you
All
know
right.
me and CNN, yeah.
I know. Okay. All right. We'll get to that in a whole different
Right,
episode there.
definitely. But
All right. Yeah. I mean, we it's crazy, but like I said, if Dave Chappelle was up there,
right,
this would not have happened
no, it wouldn't have happened.
because I think Will Smith, you know, I just think he saw a smaller man
Right.
there. He said, "Let me go ahead and take advantage of
Yep.
this. I can handle
That's
him."
it.
Didn't even look back. Didn't even look back. So what we saw last night was the Fresh Prince of Bel Air on the stage.
Pretty much, yeah. And like you said, he didn't even turn around or look back. That's the kind of thing. Like if you thought something could happen, you would have walked backwards, walk away from him, looking at him.
Right.
You wouldn't have turned your back on him right after that and head straight back to your seat, right?
Yeah. It's like what was Chris Rock thinking when Will was just walking up to him? What do you
I think
you
he was
know?
thinking that it might have been a bit of back and forth banter. Maybe he would have grabbed the mic, or maybe worst case he would have said, that was out of line. And I need you
Right.
to apologize. And
Okay.
I think Chris was ready. He was prepped to do that. You know, he was
Right. Right.
expecting
Right.
that. So I don't
So.
know if Chris knew that she had that Jada has alopecia. I didn't know that personally
Mhm.
because I don't really watch her media or her content. So I had no idea she had that condition. I honestly, these days, Eddie, women shave their heads all the time to make statements. They shave part of their head. They say they're not growing their hair back. You don't know, So if you could just think, typically, honestly, if I see a woman just out there, the first thing I'm with a head shave, I'm not thinking the first thing she must have some hair condition. Maybe 20 years ago, you would think that, but today I would just be like, yo, she's just making a statement. She doesn't want to process, especially
Right.
black women. You'd be like, she's tired of processing her hair. She wants to keep her hair short, or she cut down her hair. She's going to grow it into locks or something. You would think something along those lines, and maybe
Right.
Chris Rock didn't know. You know,
He probably didn't know. I really hope he didn't know. I
yeah,
really hope he
I
didn't know.
would,
Because if he didn't know, if
yeah.
he did know, it would be jacked up.
Yeah,
So.
and it would be out of line, and he would, and I would not even if that happened at the after party or something, or if that happened somewhere during the break where it wasn't on camera, it wasn't live, and Will Smith did that, and then you explain the context, I'd be like, oh, he had the man up, he's defending his wife, he put Chris in line, but
Hmm.
to do it that way, I think is, nah, it's not it's uncalled for. And I think even worse part is that, when he was talking after about when he accepted the award and he's talking about fiercely defending his family, you know, and everybody was clapping. I'm like, that's real hypocritical right there because these are the same people that really sit there and reject violence and say it's unacceptable in any circumstance and all kinds of things. And now you're sitting there and you're clapping and And then I don't know if you saw footage of him at the after party singing, getting jiggy with it, holding the award and dancing in the middle of the crowd. And people,
I missed that.
yeah. So I mean, people are like,
I,
I'm like, were you really upset? I mean, it would have bothered me that I did that in front of millions of people on camera. I don't think I would have been
mm-hmm.
performing for a bunch of people surrounding me with their phones at an after party after that. And Chris didn't go to the after party. He was supposed to
Of
go.
course
Right.
not. Of course
Right. So
not.
I mean that didn't bother you either. I mean none of that bothered you. You just felt you could do that. It's just weird. So I don't know. I think
Yeah.
he's I don't want to say he's broken. He got mental issues or anything. But that's what I'm saying. I think he really just needs a break. He needs some solitude. Like needs to pull a Bruce Wayne and just disappear for a while. Seriously,
Uh,
you know?
I think it would look worse if he did. I don't know. I say Will Smith, stay where you're at.
Really?
Recover from this. You'll be all right. He's making money. He's he'll be all right.
Yeah, that's
By the
one thing
way,
that's true. He's making money. Yeah.
by the way, Oscar So Black was trending earlier, and I thought that was funny.
Oscar so black. Oh, because of cause the way he went at him. Yeah. See, that's unfortunate.
Oscar So Black.
Oscar so
Yeah,
black.
that's unfortunate. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Well, all right. Let's wrap this up
Yeah.
here, shall we? I mean, I think we covered this pretty much, and it's a shame. I'm gonna try to go see King Richard because I haven't seen it. Have you seen
I
that?
have not, and I want to see it as well because it intrigued me. I remember I followed the Williams sisters story when they were younger and they were first on the news when they were
Hmm.
real young and the father was being interviewed about them. So I would like to
Yeah.
see it, but I have not.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna see it now. I wasn't crazy about it. I think I'm gonna watch it now. Now that all this happened, it's a shame. Black on black crime on at the Oscars. So that's a damn shame.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they'll be fine. This will blow over, and I'm sure this time next year they'll be together at the Oscars, on stage together. You know how it is,
And there'll be a lot more people watching next year too.
right? Yeah. Oh,
So they're
definitely.
not
Yeah.
mad about it. I tell you that.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
the ratings will definitely be up this time next year.
Yeah.
All right, Alfie RB. I think that's a wrap. I think we beat this thing with a bat
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll have to cover some other topics on the next one. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's plenty out
And
there. There's plenty of topics out there. So let me know whenever you're ready. I'll hop on with you.
all right, and you guys out there, follow the Truth Radio, truthradio.com, at the Truth Radio, and on Instagram it's the O. The O's are 0. Anyways, well, it's been a pleasure. We will see you guys on the next one.
All right.
Truth Radio.